Hey there, everyone. All right, now welcome to the live sessions on Friday for Portfolio Building with Terence. Now, if you can hear me right now, can you just leave a comment, leave a note that the mic is fine, you can hear me, and I'll get the session started and moving. Hi, Nelson. Right, great. Hi, Josephine. Thank you very much. Now, so before I start, hi, Sing Cho. Nice to see you over here as well. Now, before I start this session officially, right, I would like to seek your help. All right, just help me click the like buttons, click the share button so we can reach this video out to more people who are looking to learn how to build a better investment portfolio and also how to create double-digit returns, right, with simple moves every single week, right, by being an option seller. Okay. All right, now, thank you very much in advance, and let's get the session rolling. Hi, Hong Ha, how are you? All right, been a while. All right, nice to see you again. All right, hi, Facebook user. All right, we always have the ever-present Facebook user. All right, now, I would say thank you very much because it just means that it's probably the first time you're joining us. All right, so can you click on the streamyard.com/Facebook button? All right, so you approve it for Facebook use. And we'll be able to see you leaving the comments in our session over here. All right. Second Facebook user. All right, please click on the link, everyone. Hi, Richa. Nice to see you here. Hi, Taya. All right, now, so let's get going, shall we? So we will look at some portfolio management moves, but before we do that, I want to always go through the market updates. All right, now. But once again, before I start this session officially, I will need to put out a disclaimer to all of you. All right, these are live sessions that I run, and I will be making live look-ins, right, into trades that I will do on my own personal portfolio over here. Right now, so before you go ahead and do anything into your own accounts, please make sure you have done your own risk assessments, risk judgments, right, and are fully comfortable with the risks associated with trading. Right, because trading always comes with an element of a risk of a loss, right? So if you need, seek all the advice you need before going ahead to do so, okay? All right, now that it's out and clear, I will go to the next step. If you're the first time joining us, right, in this public session that I do every single Friday, all right, with all the people who are attending, all right, together with me. Thank you very much. If you have been a loyal supporter, right, I hope to bring more value. In these sessions, I'm just looking to build a simple portfolio that pays close to 20% per annum, right? With just very simple one strategy move, which is selling portfolio puts. Now, if you're gonna ask me, Terence, why don't you just buy stocks instead, right? I don't like the idea of buying stocks, praying and hoping that it goes up. Yeah, okay, but I like making money as long as the stock doesn't go down, right? And by being an option seller, by selling portfolio puts, it allows me to do that. All right, and doing so, I can work with some of the most boring companies, but yet profitable that many people often overlook, right? They provide a lot of safety, but people feel they do not make enough money from them, right? So that's where I come in, all right, and I sell options on them and I create the returns that I need. Yeah, okay, and plus, because these are strong companies, I don't have to look at their fundamentals and check in on them every single week or every single month. Yeah, okay, as long as there's no drastic changes, right, I'm comfortable with the trade, I'm in on it. Now, if you're asking, Terence, but what if the prices collapse? I'm comfortable with the stock, which means the put option that I sell, right, will eventually convert to shares, and I'm happy to pay that price to become a shareholder. Okay, now, if I actually get assigned the shares, I will turn around and sell call options on them to continue generating income, right? If you want to seek this strategy out, it's called covered call after owning a share. All right, now, so every time I sell a portfolio put, I fully allocate the money required to actually buy the shares in whole, right? So that's why it's called a portfolio put and not so much a naked put, right? Many naked put sellers, they sell it based on margin, all right? And margin simply means leverage, right? And when it comes to having to own those shares, if you don't have enough capital, that presents a problem, right? The only way out is to realize a loss, yeah? Okay, people don't like that, especially when you're dealing with good stocks, right? So what you can do to protect yourself is to do it, right, with the full capital up front. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm doing over here in this portfolio. Now, so this portfolio, as you can see on the screen, right, has started building with a capital of $100,000 in my first live session with all participants, right? So you can see trade number 1 over here in July. Okay, so right now we are already on to trade 54, right, over the months, okay, and we are into April. No, we're not April, we are into May. All right, so we have closed Mays. Oh my goodness, we are already into June. All right, let me do some updates over here. Right, so there's May. Now we're into June. All right, there we go. All right, later on I'll just do a check to see if my MDA got filled. All right, see how I don't check my positions. All right, for these official portfolios, because when I decide on a trade, all right, I'm fully comfortable with the trade and the stock. Yeah, all right. So I don't need to look back until close to the expiry date. Yeah. All right, Facebook user, thank you very much. All right, now the only problem is, all right, if you don't approve StreamYard.com/Facebook for the use over here, I won't be able to see who's commenting. All right, I really love to know who's joining us today. All right, thank you very much. Okay, all right, now, so just click on the link, approve it, all right, and then I'll be able to see you after that. Hi, Yixing. All right, yes, I guess you're one of the Facebook users earlier. All right, now, and you're here. All right, so I hope you've shared the video out with some of your friends, all right, who are interested to find out about the stock that you mentioned as well. All right, we'll have a look into it. All right, if I promised you over here, we'll have a look into it. All right, and I saw something interesting that you should know. All right, you should know. And I hope you're not already in that stock. All right, okay, now, so let's go, everyone. Let's go to market updates. And as usual on Fridays, my platform loves to play punk on me. All right, I guess StreamYard takes quite a bit on the computer demands as well. That's why together with the trading platform, it starts to lag. Okay, all right, now, so where are we, everyone? We are exactly where we said, or where I said we will be last week, actually. All right, now, last week over here, I was looking for this breakout. All right, so I was looking for this breakout, and here we have it. Oh my goodness, my platform is really lagging. All right, here we go, everyone. We have this slight breakout over here to a new high. All right, and now is where it's time to be wary over here, because any turnaround from this new high and going back right into this zone, right, might kick off a sell-off. Yeah, okay, so be very wary, be very careful about what's going to happen next in the markets, because you have already got a breakout, right? And unfortunately, right, I was expecting a push, right, but it didn't came, right? It hasn't come, right? But we may still see one last push, right, before we see the turnaround. Okay, but the market really is burning out, right? The market is really burning out right now. Okay, and some telltale signs yesterday, especially, right? Now, why do I say some telltale signs yesterday, right? If you have joined us from last week, right, one thing you should note over here is what's happening. Oh. All right, what's happening with the bonds over here? Because the bonds are also breaking up on the upside. All right, now, so what's happening over here is when the bonds break up on the upside over here, all right, it brings interest rates down. All right, so when interest rate comes down, all right, the banks do not like it. All right, now, so the bank stocks will start to suffer, right, when this happens, because banks, all right, make profits from interest rate differences. All right, so when interest rate drops over here, their profits get affected. All right, and hence, all right, the stock price won't do very well when this happens. All right, so you see quickly yesterday, all right, over the course of the week, all right, we see a drop, all right, in financial stocks over here. All right, it's not severe yet. We may see more. Okay, we may see more, right? But that's what's happening right now. Okay, so if the financial starts to tank, all right, the only opposite side that's happening is that technology stocks will benefit from this. All right, in a low interest rate environment, financial stocks will go down, but technology stocks enjoy a low interest rate environment. Yeah, right now. So it's like a flip of a coin right now. Okay, it's a flip of a coin right now. So whoever is going to lead the charge, right? But for S&P especially, mostly for S&P, right? The financials have to lead the way. All right, financials command more than 20% in the index components, right? And they're usually the stronghold, right, when it comes to the direction of the S&P. Right, so if the financials are going to be weak, right, you expect the market to roll over and to start turning over. Yeah. All right. Now, Andy, right, it is not about what inflation is going to do. It's about what people think, all right, when they trade bonds. Yeah. Okay. Because governments can do what they want with the interest rates. All right. But it's the bond traders over here, all right, who will dictate the future expectations of it. Okay. And the future expectations are what's going to drive the prices of the stock moving over there. So this is a little bit more in terms of the big picture over here. Yeah, all right, a little bit more big picture, all right, from behind the scenes, from trading side. Okay, all right, now let's go. So market updates are over here. So let's go through. Be very wary. All right. So my stance is still that we may see one more upburst. Okay, but be very wary of the turnaround. So if you see a quick turnaround over here, right, make sure you're ready to cut your losses. Make sure you're ready to defend yourself. If you have not defended yourself, this is the time to start adding some defensive positions. Okay, all right, hedge your portfolio. That's basically what I'm saying. Now with that, let's go through some of the trade positions we have. Okay. Now here's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to put the trading portfolio on top. All right, I'm going to put this below. All right, we have JD position, which doesn't expire to January 2022, so I'm not looking into that. All right, let's look at Verizon. All right, what has Verizon done? Done. All right, Verizon has gone up a little bit last week. All right, let's look at what we have right now. So we have this trade, Verizon 16 July, 57.50 portfolio puts for $2. Let's see what it's worth today. Whoa, they have many options. All right, 16th of July. All right, hang on, everyone. Let me just clean up. All right, here we go. All right, now, so 16th of July, let's go. So we have the 57.50 puts, all right, still worth about $1.40, right? So I believe that we can make a little bit more out of it, all right? So I'm not going to do anything right now, okay? I'm comfortable with the price as well, right? We're nearly there, right? There's still a lot of time value left, right? Over $1, right? So I'm just going to hang in there. All right, now, next up over here, we have CAH, right? CAH, 16 July, 57.50 puts, right? For $2.30, right? Let's see what CAH doing. Right, just pardon me, okay, because I have a few screens in front of me. So the camera is right here, so I'm just looking at the screen on my left, right, as I'm doing the portfolio and the platforms. Yeah, right. So 57.50. All right, it's $1 right now, so it's worth $1. We've got two, right? We've got half the time left. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, let's clean things up. All right, so we've got Cardinal Health over here on the daily. Oh, it's got a good up move over here. All right, we've got no divergence with the MACD still really strong, so I'm hanging in there. All right, okay, I'm going to hang in there until this current move exhausts itself, right, and I may consider getting out of this trade. Okay, but we have got 50% off the table. All right, if we close it today, we can pay $1 and close it. All right, and that's still a decent profit. All right, for about less than 1 month. We got in on this on 21st May, and today is only the 11th, right? All right, so that's like 3 weeks. All right, 50% of the premiums in 3 weeks. All right, not too bad. All right, because when we started this trade, it was a 7 week trade. So less than half the time, we have already collected half the amount. Yeah, okay, so that's not too bad. But we'll stay in for a little bit. Okay, now next one, Tupperware. All right, let's see what Tupperware has done. It's back up. All right, so we have Tupperware over here. All right, 23 puts for Tupperware. Hang on, everyone. My computer is going crazy on me. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Now, so Tupperware, we sold it for 90 cents. The 23 puts for 16 July. All right, there we go. 23 puts. Oh, still not profitable. All right, we're hanging there. All right, a lot of time value left. All right, now, so we're hanging there. We'll see what's it's going to do. We've got another month to go. So no management actions. Now, I just confirmed that my MDLA order last week didn't get filled. All right, so let's see where MDLA is right now. Not much. I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for it to come off a little bit. All right, perhaps somewhere closer to this resistance than support at about 26.50. All right, so if this stock gets to about 26.70, all right, I'll be looking to add a new portfolio put to it. Okay, not right now, but when it gets back close to 26.70, all right, okay, I'll be looking to add another portfolio puts to it. Okay, so that's my plan for this stock. I'll be coming back to it, all right, but not at the moment over here, all right, because this level has been pretty strong. 26, right? So you can see it bounced off here, it bounced, right, and then came back. This time it broke, right? It came back, tested resistance, it came back down, and then it broke up again. Yeah, okay, so this will be a pretty decent level over here. All right, so $26. We can look to sell a new put option on it again. All right, now, so that's what we have. So I'm gonna add a stock today, but before I added this stock over here, Ely, are you here? All right, if you're here, can you just confirm by typing a message over here? All right, Andy, no problem. Congratulations. All right, okay, congratulations on making money with Easy. All right, William, we do have our own basket. All right, so we do trade from my own basket of stocks. So I have a basket which I share readily with my community members as well as my mentorship students. Right, so all of them have access to my basket of stocks. All right, so that's where I hunt from. Yeah, okay. I usually don't hunt from outside. All right, yes. Sorry, Yixing. Sorry, my bad. All right, my bad. Okay. All right, now Yixing. Now, so as I promised over here, was it H? What was the symbol again? Slipped my mind. HO something. Hi, Desmond. Yep, it looks like this one, was it? All right, Yixing, can you confirm for me? All right, because if I go back to Facebook, it's going to take a while and it's going to lag. All right, as I'm running this session live. Zach, oh, thank you very much. There we go. Eerily similar. Eerily similar. Now, what do I mean by eerily similar? Right now, so as technicians over here, all right, maybe Andy, you can chip in as well. All right, as technicians over here, what you will not like to see right now, it's pretty much this. All right, you see a double top. Yeah, okay, now, so I see a double top over here, right? And, now it's trading at the support of that double top. So, yes, it can do a few things. All right, it can bounce up from here, right? Or if it breaks, all right, it's going to be ugly. All right, if it breaks, it's going to be ugly. Yeah, okay, now, while it trades, okay, while this company seems to trade at a low PE, it doesn't offer any dividends, right? So that's a minus for me over here. right? Because if you trade a low PE and you also offer a dividend, right, that entices investors. It doesn't entice me because I sell options, right? But it entices me from a fundamentally sound angle, right? That people will want to own such a stock. People will like owning such a stock, not just for now, but for the long run, right? But if it doesn't pay a dividend, that means there isn't a purpose behind it, right? It's just a low valuation company, right? Now, so I'm going to base whatever I have today, all right, from what I see on the charts instead. Okay, and what stood out for me, right? You see, what stood out for me on this chart was basically when I pulled it, right, to a longer time frame. All right, because when I pulled it to a weekly time frame, this is what I see. All right, and can anybody tell me what's the biggest problem that you can see over here? All right, you see the prices making a new high, right? Okay, so from here, this peak to this peak, it made a new high, right? But the problem is at the same time, can you see the divergence happening on the RSI and the divergence happening on the MACD? All right, so many of you, if you have joined me often enough, right, you have always heard me say this, right? Our divergences happening on RSI, divergences happening on stochastics are usually more prevalent. That means they happen more often, right? But divergence on a slow reacting indicator like MACD is very rare, okay? And when it is usually present, right, it is usually very strong as a signal, right? So how divergence works is this, right? It moves in opposite of the stock price, and the indicator takes strength, not the stock price. Okay, so now that we see the stock price going higher, right, but you see the indicator heading lower, right? So can some of you leave a comment and tell me, right, where is this stock expected to go now? Do you expect it to go up or do you expect it to go down? Right? So up means it'll follow the stock price movement, right, to a higher high, or do you think, right, it will follow the indicator, right, and go downwards? Yeah, okay, leave some comments over here so I know, right, how you feel based on what you see and based on what you understand, right, what I was sharing earlier. Hey, Yoklun. All right, nice to see you here as well. All right, you changed your name. I didn't recognize until I saw the profile. All right. Yes, thank you very much. Now, so it has a high, I'm not saying you'll definitely go down, but it has a higher probability, all right, to continue heading down. Yeah, okay, all right, now. So that's the issue that I have right now. So, you know, despite being undervalued from a fundamental perspective, right, it just signals to me right now that the selling may not be over, right? Because we're only at 50 on RSI, all right? It can head all the way down, right, to oversold. Yeah, right, oversold. Right, and at the same time, right, you can hit all the MACD has already crossed over. So we've got, you know, we've got secondary trend that is negative, right? Secondary trend that is bearish, right? If it continues to head down, right, and starts going negative like here, right, that means below the zero line. That means that the primary trend will also turn negative. Yeah, okay, now, so that's a concern if I have, right, when I consider going long on this stock. Yeah, okay, all right, now, Andy, yes, the short term, all right, looks like, you know, the short term is basically playing off this support, right? It looks like it wants to bounce. Yeah, okay, but the short term is probably a move that you may see happening for the next few days. Yeah, okay, but the long term is telling me a story, right, that yes, it may bounce for a few days, all right, but the selling may not seem to be over, right? Because it seems like the divergence move have just only started. Right now, why do I say it only started? Because if you see this, the MACD has crossed over, right? And then it's bounced, right? And then it's bounced again a second time, but this time it crossed over. Yeah, okay, now, so the uptrend, right, or the strength of this uptrend has already lasted from November last year, right? November last year all the way until, right, the middle of May, before the trend changed. So that's a long trend, right? Now, and when now that it's changed, all right, it all depends. It's up in the air. All right. Okay. Now, so easing over here. All right. That's pretty much the take. All right. I'm giving you from perspective. All right. How you want to trade it. Okay. I've basically no idea if you want to trade it long or short. Okay. But this is what you're seeing right now. Yeah. Okay. I hope it helps you over here. Okay. I hope it helps you. Right now, once again, if you're joining us live right now, thank you very much for being here. Right, join me for every Friday as we look to run this session continuously. right, and show you how we build a portfolio put, selling portfolio puts portfolio, right, to aim and achieve a 20% per annum, right, return on a consistent basis. Yeah. Okay. Andy, which takes precedence? Yeah. Which takes precedence? Right. Simple. Right. Now, if you have something that's built over the long term, right, Andy, answer me this question. Okay. If you have something that's built over the long term versus something that has just been built for a few days, right, which one takes precedence, or which one is stronger? Can you tell me that? All right, Andy, which one is stronger? Right, and also at the same time, it's not just about which one is stronger. It also depends on your objectives of getting in on a trade, right? If Easing's objective is just to go long for about 2, 3, 4 days or less than a week, then yes, you can use a week. You can use a daily chart, but make sure you get out, right? But if Easing says, "Oh, Terence, I'm looking to sell a put option, right, for about 2 months or 3 months," right? Then obviously you got to pay attention to what's happening on the weekly charts as well. Yeah. Okay. Andy, so by answering that question, you just literally said that you're a short-term trader, right? Because if you look at short-term taking precedence, right, then you forgot the fact of what makes Toyota such a favorable car, right? What makes Toyota stand out, right, from all the other brands out there, right? Because of what they built or the tradition that they built over the years, correct? Yeah. Now, of no offense to any other branded cars, right? But why do people believe the reliability of Toyota built cars, right? Because of what they've done over the years, right? Versus a brand that may have just came out into the market. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to ask the question of which one should you rely on, right? This is how you should take precedence, right? So most technicians will always tell you this. Yeah. Right. The longer term charts, right, always present the stronger picture. Okay, but it doesn't stop the short-term charts, all right, from still going in the opposite direction. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it's simply trying to say over here. So it all depends, and of your objective and your trading time frame. Yeah. Okay. Now, so let's get to the stock that I'm gonna get in today, everyone. Right? Anybody want to make a guess? Right now, I'll not hold everyone back today. Today, I'm going interesting. Right? Today, I'm gonna add a stock or trade. Doesn't want to come up. Oh my god. Baidu. I'm going Baidu today. All right, now why Baidu? All right, because just like what Yixing said over here, all right, I like the undervalued nature of it. All right, I like the business behind it. All right, it doesn't pay a dividend. All right, but I feel that the stock has been pressed right to a very low level. All right, okay, I think I mentioned about this stock sometime back. Yeah, okay, all right, and I didn't take a trade on it or didn't manage to get filled on it. Yeah, okay, but I'm getting in right now. Okay, and not only am I getting in, all right, I'm giving it time. All right, I'm looking for a position that I'm going to build over here. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with 180. All right, I'm going to go with about 180. So here's where I'm going to position it. All right, the last resistance over here. Yeah, okay, all right, so I'm going to position my puts over there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to short. Yes, here we are. Right now, so you can see how strong, all right, that price level is over here at 180. All right, so I'm going with that. Now, please understand, I said I'm going long. All right, I'm going long. All right, so I'm not looking at these daily charts over here. I'm just trying to find a good price I'm happy to pay. All right, and with a stock that's like 8 PE right now. Okay, yes, Nelson, it is Baidu. Okay, all right, Baidu is a Chinese company. Okay, now, so I'm actually going to add 180, all right, 180 put option that expires all the way to December. Right, so while I recognize that there's some downside or maybe potential downside in the near term, right, but I expect the end of the year rally to bring this stock to a much higher level. Yeah, okay, so I'm happy with the 180 strike, so I'm going all the way to December. I'm giving it time. Now, so I'm going to go with 2 contracts for this stock today, right, because it's an expensive stock. I need to allocate $180 per share. All right, so that's like what? That's like 18. Yep, that's $18,000. All right, for 100 shares over here. All right, so I need to allocate $18,000 for 100 shares. In fact, I'm just gonna go 1 today. All right now. So 1530. I'm going for 1530 right now. So if any of you want to do this, please remember I'm doing this, right? Allocating full amount to pick up those shares. That means I'm gonna be willing, right, to buy $180 and 100 shares worth of Baidu. Yeah. Okay. Right now. So that's how I'm allocating my deposits. So I'm gonna try to get $15.30 for it. Let me send the order. Voila, I'm here. Or was it someone else ahead of me? All right, now, so I'm there on the queue over here, and while I'm on the queue, let's go calculate the numbers. Oh, we're done. So it's not me. Right, here we are, everyone. All right, so looking at the platform clock, don't ask me why it's different. All right, it's just different. All right, so the clock says 2217. All right, so 2217, I got filled. Baidu, 180 puts for December. All right, one option contract for $15.30. All right, so it's done. Now let's go ahead and calculate this, and then we'll wrap things up. We'll put it in the portfolio. Okay, now and remember, I'm sticking with this trade for the long term. Okay, all right, now I'm in this for the long term. So 55, I'm gonna overwrite MBL it. One option contract, Baidu. Right, portfolio puts for 17 December, or was it 18 December? 17 December. All right, 180 puts. All right, 1530. Okay, now, so let's have a look. This option has 189 days to expiry. So how many weeks is 189 days? So let's divide it out by 7 days. Oh no, this percentage terms. Okay, that's 27 weeks over here, everyone. All right, so let's calculate our ROI. All right, we're gonna make $15.30 on an investment of $180 a share. All right, so that's 8.5%. All right, so if I divide it out by the duration, which is 27 weeks, and then re-annualize this rate, all right, it gives me 16%. All right, so I'm happy with that. Right now, I will also take this opportunity to explain to some of you who are new with me, right? Why am I happy with this? Right, 16% isn't too bad. All right, but for this stock, I have a different goal. All right, I actually plan, all right, and I actually, not so much plan, but I have a vision, right, that I want to close this trade, right, in half the time. Right, so I do believe that I will get an up move because it's so undervalued, right, that I can close this trade, right, in half the time. So what's going to happen is whenever I close a trade early, all right, it's going to bump up, all right, it's going to bump up and make this annualized rate higher. Right, so if I start with 16% and if I achieve my goal of closing it before it expires, right, my annualized rate can actually start going up to something like 20% or even higher. All right, so this is something I always tell my students, right? Start with a trade, right, where you plan to hold it to expiry, right, and be happy and accept the returns that you'll get. If you can accept that, anytime you get to close the trade early, right, before the expiry date itself, right, becomes a bonus because it's just going to make you better money. It's going to make you more, right, bang for your buck. That's all it does, right? So if you're happy with this, right, then like I am, right, I'm going ahead with this trade, right? If I get to close it early, right, it's going to be better for me. Now, so remember once again, you need to allocate $18,000, right, to do this right and to do this safely, right? Because if it plunges, I'm happy to own 100 shares of Baidu at $180 a piece. Yeah, okay, everyone? Now, so that's why I'm adding to my portfolio over here. Now, and with that exposure, it brings my portfolio exposure, with that addition, it brings my total portfolio exposure, right, up to 75,000 right now. Okay, so I'm back to 75% exposed, even at market tops. Great. Market has made a new high, right? But my portfolio is still 75% exposed. Am I crazy? Right, let's have a look. Right, I know my steps. I know how to build my portfolios. Right, I'm comfortable with this. Right, I know it's gonna make me money. Right now, so we have executed 55 live official trades together. Right, I believe Josephine has been one of those who have joined us in almost every session. Right, she's probably going to tell you, right, and she can witness to this, that out of 55 trades, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 plus one portfolio hedge. No, 5. plus one portfolio hedge, 6. Right? So we have 6 trades that are still currently open, and the rest of them have been closed as winners. Right? Okay, Josephine, I'm not talking about today's trade, but what I'm trying to say is, right, we have done 55 trades, right? And 49 trades have all been closed as winners so far. Yeah, okay, right now. So I know what I'm trying to do when I'm building this from an investment portfolio perspective, right? Can I be wrong? Yes, I can, right? But I will own the stock, right, until the fortunes reverses, right? Unless the fundamental change, right? So I am willing to cut my losses should the fundamentals of any of these companies change drastically. But most of the time they don't, right? Because they're behemoth and they're giants, right? So I know what I'm doing. I plan my portfolio around it. I make the money that I want, right? And then I'm out. Okay, so let's see how this brings over here and what it brings us. Now, so no closure this week. I'm not closing any positions. I'm sticking with my guns. I've just added one additional trade to the portfolio. Okay, all right. Yonglun, I'm not looking at Baidu from the charts. I'm looking at Baidu from a fundamental undervalued perspective. All right, and how the fact that it's been sold off, right, is now being underlooked, right, by many fund managers in the market. Yeah. So if the markets were to correct, right, you must understand this. When markets were to correct, right, the high flying stocks with high multiple PE ratios, right, will be the ones that suffer the most, will be the ones that punish the most. Right? If the market has already sold off Baidu, right, from 350, right, to 180, right, it has sold off half. Half of the value has been triggered off, right? Even if the market collapses right now, right, how much more do you think it's going to sell off, right, for a company that's actually still very profitable, right? Can you see over here? It's still making profits. Yeah, okay, all right, now, so it's still profitable, right? It's suffered by the market, all right? It's underlooked right now. Okay, I like my chances. Yeah, okay, I like my chances. So that's why I'm doing it over here. Okay, all right. Facebook user, all right, how do I calculate my 16%? All right, I just do this. First, this trade pays me 8.5% from now all the way to 17 December. Okay, all right, and this lasts for 27 weeks. Right, 27 weeks. So all I'm doing is I'm trying to re-annualize the returns. If I make 8.5% in 27 weeks, right, okay, how much would this be, right, if I annualize it to a 52 weeks time frame, right? And that gives us 16.3%. Yeah, okay, I just take this divided by the 27 weeks, right, and then times back the 52 weeks to annualize it. Okay, so that's what I do over here. All right, everyone. So this is pretty much what I'm going to do for the portfolio today. All right, join me for another session next Friday, right, and see what I'm going to add on to the portfolio once again. Now, if you have not helped us over here, please do so before we finish this up and we close this session for the weekend. All right, help me click the like buttons if you enjoyed the sharing today. All right, if you find that it's useful, it's helpful. Right, and at the same time, all right, help us click the share button. Right, so we'll be able to reach out this information to more people, right, and help more people benefit from right investment mindsets in the markets. Right, so last, if you're new with us, right, if you'd like to find out more about any of our mentorship programs, right, that's upcoming and soon going to start, right, on being a better option seller, how can you do things that I've done today, right, with a much lower capital, with a much smaller capital. In fact, if you want to do a Baidu trade, right, you can even do it with a capital of just $250 for one option contract. Yeah, okay, if you'd like to find out how we can do this as an option seller and make more bang for your bucks, higher returns, right, then consider joining one of our mentorships, right, where we teach you how to do exactly the same thing, right, without running the risk, all right, of having margin calls, right? That's a detriment to option sellers, right? We'll teach you how to do this very safely and never run into margin calls. Yeah, okay, so if you'd like to know how to do this, right, then contact my team. The email address is at the bottom, it's scrolling right now, right? b@impossibleinvestors.com, right? They'll get in touch with you, they'll provide you more information, and I look forward to seeing you really soon in one of our mentorship programs. Okay, now for the rest of you, thank you very much once again for being here every single week with me. All right, do help us share it out with your friends over here. All right, and okay, Raymond, we do cover weekly option strategies in our mentorship programs. Yeah, okay, all right, but be aware, you can never force the market to do what you want. All right, you can only work with the market, right, and what's available, right, for you to make those incomes. right? So that's always something I believe. Do we have such a strategy? The answer is yes. But will the market actually give us such an opportunity every single week, right? That's beyond my control. Okay, but if you want to learn how to be a better investor, better option seller, right, speak to my team. They'll be able to help you from here. Yeah. All right. Josephine, thank you very much. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Josephine. I am glad to see that you benefit from these public sessions over here. Hernando, I missed you earlier. I missed your banter earlier. All right, Hernando. You were missing in action with me. But thanks for joining me over here. Yeah. All right. All right. Now, thank you very much, everyone. Now, so I'll see all of you in the coming Friday session again next week. Thank you very much. And I'll see all of you really, really soon. All right, Hernando, have a great weekend. Yeah. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. No problem, Hernando. Always great. Yeah. All right. Don't worry about it. I was just kidding you. Trading 24 hours. Yeah. Like I believe, Hernando. Bye-bye. See ya.